Welcome, everybody, to a very, very special Making Awesome podcast, sponsored by Bontech, coming to you live from Sweden, here at Bontech's HQ, showing off the index. Yes, we flew all the way to Sweden to see this thing, and it is absolutely amazing. This is a V0 with an index on it.
Four heads. Do you call them heads?
Tools. Let's call them tools.
I was gonna say, if you call them heads, I'm gonna say more heads, more better. But you know,
we can call them heads then.
So we have Olaf over here. We're gonna have tons of different people here hanging out with us as we go through and talk all about it. But we're gonna make this real easy, real quick. Leave a like, get subscribed. There's more content coming. There are more creators here as well. So take a watch at their channels. We've got Alan Mandick is here with Mandick Ridley. We have Adam from Vector 3D, and of course the Canuck creator himself, Taylor, is here, and yours truly with my buddy Jacob. And for some reason they really thought that they liked us enough to bring us all the way out here, so we are heavily appreciative of that. Olaf, tell the folks at home, introduce yourself, tell them what you do here, and how do we fit this into a standard checked luggage to get it back home to America? I need all the secrets.
Wait, you're not getting. I'm getting it.
I'm
going to fight you over it.
You, Florida man versus UK man.
Okay, you will snap me in half.
We saw how this went last time.
I will die trying.
Well, first of all, we're gonna use violence if necessary to keep you from stealing our secrets here. I'm Olaf. I work at Bontech, mostly remotely from Stockholm, but I go down here every now and then. I do product integration, so I fit our products to different printers basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess Index is gonna be a whole lot of that work during the coming months and years.
So I've got to ask, did you expect it to be as hotly anticipated when you released that video?
I think I did. I think a lot of people here didn't. We're kind of caught by surprise. I'm very happy to see my expectations come to life.
Yeah, certainly both Jacob and I are unreasonably excited for this, and there might be...
I mean, there is a reason I put the index in front of me, because I'm more than happy to be occluded by the index.
It's here.
It is the person who puts the index behind them now has the index in front of them. I'm so happy.
Yeah, so now you can point forward instead of backward.
That is absolutely totally fair. Oh man, so when we first saw it, I made the joke of it's not about the size, it's how you use it, and the marketing director of Bontech has that on video, and well, that is going to be circulating on the internet. And this is absolute proof of it is not about the size of the machine, it's quite literally about how you can utilize that available space. And now that the name is out there, what the heck does index actually mean?
So the IN stands for induction. I'm not sure if everyone is up to date with that, but we use induction to heat the nozzles that are on the tools. That lets us keep the thermal mass really low, which means we can heat it up very fast and it can cool down very fast.
Yeah,
so
we're talking rapid heat ups and cool downs.
Yeah.
Like how fast are we expecting heat ups?
I mean, that depends on the temperature. It's everywhere from 4 seconds up to 6-7 seconds, depending on the material in the nozzle.
I like how you said that in that kind of pensive, 6-7 seconds, it's a really long time.
Yeah.
45 seconds plus is the standard.
6-7 seconds has me looking at the time. Yeah. And a full tool change is between 12 and 15 seconds. Right?
God, that's so fast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is rough. I will say the
oh, it did it again.
Yeah, the purge tower is on. So we should be very clear on this. These are still very much in beta. It is working. We saw it working earlier today, but of course, this is what happens. Machines get camera shy, as a lot of you know. When you need machines to work, it's when they instantly stop working. So this is
Well, I
This is
mean,
what
it
it's
did
about.
print during Rapid TCT in Detroit. Maybe it didn't fully survive the trip back home in my suitcase.
We have any, like, isopropyl to wipe the bed down with. I don't know. It is such a unique system, and so they're using a beefy induction coil, which you're going to see a lot of on our coverage, to heat up and cool this thing down in. It is faster than most tool changers to dual the tool change to heat up and cool down. Right?
Yeah.
We did get Moroccan dollars. I don't know how that converts, but it is from our good friend Yusuf, Man of the Sky, in our Patreon Discord, which you can join at the $10 tier and higher. And if you were in our Discord, you knew we were coming here well before the general public knew. And you've had things that I can show you throughout the day, because there's so many things we can't show you.
Oh god, there's so much footage we've got that is only available on the Discord.
Yeah. So Yusuf has a rat rig.
Yeah.
And so I sent him a very blurry photo of the rat rig that's sitting out there just to upset him.
That's so mean. That's actually so mean.
That's fantastic.
But it is specifically exactly what he would have wanted. So I gave him the answer that he wanted. He did not tell me how I needed to deliver it.
You won't be able to fit that in a suitcase, I think. It's big.
He's a pilot, so he doesn't really have to. He's a commercial airline pilot, so
he has the cargo space then.
yeah, he controls the plane.
In fact, could you actually get that rat rig out of the doors?
Yeah, this one is a 400. So
Okay,
it's
so it
fine.
does
okay,
fit.
it does.
I
fit.
thought it was a 400. See, I can estimate size. Thank you very much.
I also have a 400, and I can just get it through the doors.
Yeah.
There is now paint marks on my Born because I clipped the door frame so many times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have big doors here, fortunately.
This machine is amazing, and there are things they haven't told us yet that we think we're figuring out. So there will be a lot of speculation, and I want you all to keep a very close eye on all the members of Bontech that are in here as we are speculating, because I don't know if they're good poker players. So you all will have to tell us in the chat if we're getting a yes or a no. But one of the big questions was, how the heck do these things figure out temperature? Because it's an inductive thing. The actual tool themselves
I mean, to put into perspective,
there's no electrical in them.
that's it.
That's it. That's the whole darn thing. The whole darn thing is just, it's a filament path, a piece of steel, and
2 magnets.
how do they work? And some silicone. That's it. And this one took me for a loop because I didn't realize it until you guys showed it. Even the cable whip here that the PTFE is writing on is printed.
Wait, really?
And it's printed in one part.
Oh my god, yeah. I didn't even know that. I thought it was going to be spring steel or something.
I was thinking spring steel, zip tie, the normal stuff that people use. Nah, Bontech says, no, it's fine. Now, I will say I'm
Okay, that's really
surprised. So they've got 4 SLS machines downstairs. So we're upstairs. I know this makes no sense to anyone that isn't here or has seen this place, but it will make sense. Soon TM gets subscribed. Yusuf with another MAD50 saying, give free stuff to Grant, please, so we can have a giveaway.
Yeah,
we
sure we can give some stuff.
We did not discuss that with Bontech. I have no idea what we could give away.
It's fine.
And I'm not even sure how to do that.
Yeah.
But we can find a way to do it. You tell me if you...
We'll set something up.
Cool, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
will set something up, that's it.
All
That's
right,
as far
let me
as
see
it
what I can
goes.
do really quick, because I might be able to do something.
Oh.
But ask your questions in the chat. This is the first kind of like formal live stream anybody has ever done with this machine. You guys have unprecedented access to ask whatever you want. We will do our best to get you answers. We make no promises, but I will tell you, this is the first time the podcast has not been sponsored by Construct 3D in like 3 months. So huge thank you to Bontech for flying us all the way out to Sweden and allowing us to make really bad Swedish jokes on
We've
all
made
of our
so many.
social medias for days. The amount of Swedish chef gifts that I have sent is excessive. The amount of meatball reference. I put a photo of my passport and said I'm in search for the perfect meatball. And that's it. The most time-consuming meatball known to man outside of growing a cow, raising a cow.
And you're gonna try surströmming tomorrow, yes?
Okay. So, I am fine with this. However, we need to do it to raise money. So we need to, so we can either do it for the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation,
Yeah.
or if there is a charity that is very meaningful to the Bontech group, we need to raise money, and I'll do it. That's the only way you're going to get me to do it in a public video.
Yeah.
Otherwise, onlyGrantRants.com. I do own that domain. It just goes to the YouTube channel, but otherwise, we will be doing some tastings of Swedish food and candy tomorrow.
I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm actually really looking forward to that. Is it Joel, the one who runs the SLS?
Andreas.
I'm
Andreas.
so bad
Yes.
with names.
I was
am
hoping you would
so
come up
bad.
with it. I've already forgotten the name.
Andreas. He's going to be bringing us a collection of food that he enjoys. And I'm told that he has a very interesting...
Particular taste.
yeah.
And I'm fine with that. But yes, for those that don't know, can you explain what that crazy food is that you said earlier?
Surströmming.
Sure.
It's partially decomposed herring.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
it's
call
fermented.
They say it's fermented, but I mean that's a.
I'm
fine
getting the
word
sense
for-
that you don't enjoy it.
I mean, it smells so much worse than it tastes. So
That's what they tell me.
Just like get some COVID before and it's fine.
Oh no.
Honestly.
You know what, man? I've shaved my head for charity. I've taken pies to the face for charity. Eaten weird food for charity.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't get a body looking like this by being picky about food, okay? But this has been an amazing event. So this has been like a kind of an official open house for esteemed guests, because there's the public one is tomorrow,
Yeah.
which we will be at. So if you are in the area of, now I'm gonna butcher the town name. You got to help me out with the town names.
Värnamo.
Va-
Värnamo.
Värnamo.
Yeah, that's close enough.
That is not how I would have pronounced it.
See, I thought I understood the name, and then you just pronounced it. And it
totally
is so different.
This makes a lot of sense as to why when we were asking on what bus we needed to get to,
They were just
to
giving
get
us
up
blank
here,
faces
they're like,
the
"You want to
entire
go
time."
where?"
So what was your pronunciations?
Well, Varnamo
Yeah,
is how I was.
Varnamo.
pronouncing it.
I mean that's
Or
fine.
Varnamo.
Or
That's
Varnamo.
fine. But we have the umlauts, the
I'm an American. I'm really bad with this stuff. He has no excuse.
That
At
is
some
true.
point,
That
his
is true.
country probably invaded this country,
Yeah.
so he has no excuse.
You're not wrong, and that's the bit that's worse.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Andreas and Amber are chatting right now, laughing. Yeah. Oh, making fun of me live. Matt's Makerspace says do it for Sanjay. So,
yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm totally down for it.
Yeah.
I guess I have to make a phone call to Tula and figure out how we can raise that money somehow, if they can make something quick for us. But if we can do it, we'll be live again tomorrow.
So are you gonna do it on a full stomach or an empty one?
Oh.
If I'm vomiting, it really doesn't matter. It's gonna be
Yeah.
bad either.
No, no,
way.
Yeah, I
It
mean
makes
the
it
size
good.
of the bucket
Yeah.
is gonna be affected, I guess.
I don't have that big of. Look, all right, I might be fat, but I'm not that fat.
It wasn't
okay?
a fat joke. It was a surströmming joke.
Yeah, like it's okay. We'll feed you full of like spaghetti, so there's like extra long bits that come out.
You're gonna do spaghetti with red sauce, so it's real bad. Look, if you have the ability to do something a little dumb to raise money for a charity that you really care about, look like an idiot for 10 minutes. Who cares? Like, it's the same way that everyone makes fun of Uncle Jesse for nuking the door on his bamboo. Or was it a bamboo? Or was it a Creality?
No, it was a Krause because it was a glass door.
It sounds
Yeah.
like a K1 for sure.
I think,
Yeah.
it was Creality. It was the K1. Everyone makes fun of him. He is such a good sport about it, and it makes it so much better. I'll be a good sport. I'll try whatever you all want. But that means you have to go out and get it and bring it here. And I might, for the right amount of money, you're doing it with me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I can do it. I've eaten it before.
For the right amount of money, we can do it. K1 Max. It was K1 Max. See, this is what we got. Hobo Banana says, eat first so you have something to throw up. You all really like to see me suffer, don't you?
To be fair, yeah. It's even better when I'm behind the camera. Somebody has to put the super slow-mo on. I can get out of it.
This is the first time we're also doing a show together in person. And it's funny because I bought a new camera for you and I was going to ship it to you.
So no.
And I didn't have to ship it to you. I just was able to bring it in person, which is always a fun thing.
So if you do like this camera, this is apparently my new one.
Oh,
so
yep.
It's good.
Andy's in the chat. Now says Andy, the SLS guy here. I'll for sure have a great treat for you tomorrow.
Oh.
That almost sounds like a threat. Is that a threat?
That's a threat.
Andy, can you hook us up with the surströmming as well? That would be great.
Oh, I'm so screwed.
Look, can it be worse than having your head shaved on a stage in the hall of Oxford University where Stephen Hawking took tests?
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
For
rough.
sure.
Yeah,
man.
one is losing your hair that grows back. The other is getting mental psychic damage for life.
One is your hair, the other's your dignity. I got pied in the face this past year. I already lost the dignity. We're done with that. Screw it. Whatever. Let's have some fun.
We got to make sure you have a big breakfast tomorrow before you have it.
All
make
right.
you lose
So
weight for
our
once.
Discord, I will send you photos. Oh, it'll be really early for you guys. For the Europeans in our Discord, I'll send you photos of what the breakfast is. You'll have to tell me what to get. Ooh, I'll have some of that caviar in a tube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You like
It
that?
looks like
I
super
really
glue.
liked it.
It looks like a super glue tube. It was interesting. I wasn't expecting it to be fish. I saw the people grabbing it, so I
I
grabbed
thought you
it too.
thought it was like squeezy cheese.
I thought it was too.
To be fair, the tube is really weird. It's
looked
basically
like
a super
squeezed
glue
cheese.
tube, and the tip has one of those spikes on
Yeah,
it where you
puncture.
think it is super glue. So it was really fun. Thought it was cheese. It was not cheese. It was basically caviar in a tube.
Yusuf, you're not allowed to give more bad ideas. He said if you have a razor, you can shave Grant with the Index or Bontech logo. My hair's not that short yet.
While you're puking from the surströmming, or
Oh no, we could thermally brand you with the laser cutter.
No,
Yeah, just-
no. Like do you know how much my health care is? We have to wait for that to heal.
We're in Sweden. It's fine.
We're only here for a couple more days. We can't just. A steel fractal with the DKK 20. What is that Danish? Krona DKK?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Says 2.5 millimeter nozzle giveaway when? We have seen some thick nozzles.
Was it 2.5 or was it like?
I think
Yeah,
it was
2.5.
running on a Creality.
It was hot.
Was it an Elegoo? What was it running on
It
downstairs?
was on an Elegoo, yeah.
Elegoo, so probably a Neptune.
Neptune 4. I
Neptune
think.
3 or
Or
4.
3, yeah.
Oh man, it was beautiful.
I'm like, is it running? I'm like, I see the extruder moving, but the machine isn't really moving. I look down. Oh, it's putting out lines thicker than the plastic. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Svenis caviar is better. Oh, okay. Bring it. Whatever.
Sure.
I'll try
That's
it.
controversial, but sure.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, controversial. Tarakesha 2.5 millimeter nozzle. Holy crap, 2.85 filament gets usable
No.
again. No, that's with 175 filament, homie.
Yeah, that's standard filament.
If you don't know Bontech, then you don't know they are the originators of the dummy thick layers. So thick, someone's yelling "gyat" from three rooms
They're
over.
up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the wall behind you.
Oh yeah, like there's extruders. There's one of their nozzles because they do the CHT, which splits the filament up. You can put a ton of thermal mass into it, and it will expand enough to come out of a nozzle bigger than its actual diameter.
Yep.
It's kind of ridiculous. I have a 2.1 that I randomly put on my Prusa Mini because it's offensive to watch a printer that like this size print 2 millimeter layers because it.
Yeah, actually, that is quite.
Yeah, the
offensive.
extruder really doesn't like that. It's really I gotta put the Bontech extruder on it.
Yeah,
It
for
really
sure.
doesn't like it.
That's a great extruder.
Yep.
Yusuf asking, is there a hardened CHT? Yes. This is the right person to ask.
Yeah. So we have the CHT bimetal, which has a copper body for thermal properties and a vanadium steel tip and insert for the abrasives, and it can go up to 450 degrees.
Oh, really?
We have a cutout of it here showing.
I mean, it's on camera, but you can.
Look at that.
Here, hold on.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got fancy camera.
Yeah, I have fancy camera. I can do all that.
Ooh, look
Cool.
at that.
Enhance. Enhance.
So this is this a standard V6 just
Yeah.
model? Okay, so you've got your vanadium insert at the tip,
Just
and
the
then
tip.
your I don't think these come out, but this is the CHT part at the bottom there,
Yeah.
and it goes in, tip, just the tip, and now I can't get it out. I don't know what I've done.
You've broken it. It's broken
I've done
forever.
it.
Luke says hi, by the way. Luke
Hi,
from
Luke.
Luke's Lab is hanging
Hey,
out in
Luke.
here as well.
How are
so.
ya?
Yeah, we've wanted to stream all day, but it's been one of those cases of we need to do it when we can like have a machine that's running too. Is there any chance we might be able to get this one running, you think, or
Yeah, I
is it
think
going to be
so.
angry?
Just clean the build plate.
Got to clean the build plate
Yeah, let's
again.
clean the build plate.
We need a build plate cleaner in here.
We need a build plate cleaner. We need a dedicated cleaner. Luke said, "Always good to see you."
Actually, I should come back
Nomad's
inside. There we go.
Galaxy. Do you know
There you go.
Nomad? Do you know Nomad's Galaxy?
Can you wipe that off, please, with some alcohol? They can take care of it.
Dreams Void with the £2 saying, "I'm going down to Smurf 26. Clown with you, Grant." Oh, that sounds dangerous. Oh, that's Doug. I always forget that Dreams Void is Doug.
Yeah, it's Doug.
Yeah, Doug, I'm taking your kidney this year. Okay, so that won't make any sense to you.
No. But it sounds fun.
Doug,
I wouldn't say fun.
Doug's hotel that he had booked during Smurf was a literal drug den. It
Yeah.
was really bad. He's like, "I'll just sleep in my car." I said, "The hell you will."
In the car park of the drug den.
Yeah, I'm like, no. You're coming back. You're gonna stay with Amber and I, and yeah, that's how we met Doug.
Yeah.
That's how we met Doug. Yeah, we're gonna have fun, and I'm hoping that this will be at Smurf too. Smurf 26.
I will see.
I mean, it'll be public by then,
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
hopefully.
so
Should be there.
Oh, I want one so bad.
yeah, we're waiting for the build plate. But Olaf, is there anything you wanna tell the folks at home? Anything special, fun?
Anything in particular?
I mean, we're starting the beta testing soon. Hopefully, we'll send out kits during June. Testing going through July.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, I mean, as of right now, we're on track for November release. And that's the update.
So November
That might-
release,
might
beta
change.
starting soon.
Yeah, might
That's
change,
amazing.
of course, but we're still on track.
Everything is always subject to change. Luke said, "June, you have my address." They have mine now too, Luke.
Let's just tune this a bit.
Nomad with the $5 is gonna slap an index on a positron, somehow 90-degree support. You know, I actually don't think this would be impossible to put on a positron, but you're gonna lose a lot of Z height on a positron to do this. It's not impossible. Yusuf said, "If you need them to test in the desert of Africa, I'm the man." He lives in Morocco.
Okay.
So yeah, like
So if we need-
legitimate.
if we need to test it in an extra dry climate.
If you need
then-
extra dry, he's your man. If you need extra moist, I'm your man.
Yeah.
The weather is perfect right now here. It is absolutely perfect. Matt says, "Grant, if you can find my application, move it to the top of the pile. That would be great." Under mine, good sir. No, I actually, other than submitting our information, I'm not certain a beta test application has been out yet.
No, we haven't sent out like the questionnaires where we will ask for more information basically.
If
so
I
we
fill mine out in person, will it become faster?
can- I don't know.
I can send alligators via post to attack you if you'd like. He'll just send you tea.
I mean, alligators.
I've got a
pretty
good
cool.
collection of
Yeah, I'm saying they're easy to come by.
Yeah.
Luke said, "Back to shenanigans. Have fun with the stream.
Yeah.
The extra hard on Olaf for me." All right, Luke. What's a tough question you want us to ask? Because we can ask tough questions. That's totally fine.
I mean, yeah, Luke has the toughest ones. I think so. Go for it.
Well, I mean, so there are certain things we don't know yet, like wattage. You know, there's so many things that we don't know yet about this machine. It is steel, by the way. It is confirmed to be steel.
We need some help.
That's
need some help
grinding. Yeah,
right
we,
now.
we have Mr. Voron himself
We need a
coming here,
technician.
who's completely blocking the camera.
Who built this war? Boron.
Do you need an adult?
Who wants a surprise? The wattage is many.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it has to be
Many wattage. Yes, voltage.
temperature.
Several mm3.
Yeah. Several mm3. Everyone's saying hi to you, by the way.
Hi. I'm gonna shamelessly shill. I'm also streaming tomorrow. 3 p.m. this time, which is like what? I don't know. Early for you.
Very
Yeah.
should be around like
Extremely.
9 a.m. Eastern.
9 a.m. Okay, so breakfast stream.
Yeah,
Get,
breakfast stream.
make some pancakes and join me tomorrow. Okay.
But instead of you could join us now. Okay.
Have fun.
Or what?
Nothing. Never mind.
Nothing.
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 Okay.
The originator of the war crimes.
Maybe bring up the checklist.
It's funny because I'm British and I'm sitting
Did he
right
bring
here.
Canadian bacon? No. It's the Geneva checklist for the Canadians.
Oh yeah,
okay?
but who do you think gave them the list in the first place?
Yeah, that's fair.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna ask the wattage. How much wattage do we have on this?
I mean, it's probably less than you're expecting.
How much less?
I'm hearing clicking.
It's very.
Oh, it's
tight
first
here.
light. No, it's okay. It's
But
first
you
light.
know what?
It's
Very
pressure.
very close is better than too far, which
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
we were
it is.
dealing with. So, a little rough on the first layer.
Yeah, I mean, the problems we're having is first layer problems. So
By layer 2, the problem goes away.
Yeah.
So.
To be fair, it doesn't look like it's the head's problem. It looks like it's just the printer clipper setup.
yeah,
So-
it's the Voron design for sure.
Oof! Oof! There's the Voron design problem. Oh no!
I did it.
Well, the Voron guy's gone, so we can talk crap about Voron when he's
Yeah.
not here.
So go on. What is the wattage? I'm so interested. I was expecting many hundreds to get induction actually working correctly.
It's less than normal.
Less
normal
than
for
normal.
induction or normal
Normal
for...
for a hot end.
Well, see, here's the
Oh,
trick,
wow,
Jacob.
okay.
Yeah.
There's only one power cord going into this machine right now.
Yeah, and it's the standard Voron zero
That is
power
true.
supply as well.
So it can't be more than what are the outlets rated for here?
It's 230 volts, so,
So-
it'll be like 3.2
It
kilowatts.
can't be
the-
more than 1800 watts. I can tell you that much.
It's a DC bed, and the power supply is 150 watts.
Oh. That
Wait, the
means
power supply is also the power.
That-
No, induction coils aren't DC. Induction coils are AC.
Yeah, but I mean, we're supplying it with 24 volts, so.
What?
So I thought you were just pulling it straight from
This
the
whole
wall.
printer is running on 150 watts.
We're running it from the Voron zero power supply.
This
Yeah.
battery bank can do 150 watts.
Yeah, I mean, you can run the Voron
USB.
zero.
I can.
Oh no!
Oh no. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Praise be the index gods.
I'm actually quite speechless. I thought you were doing some shenanigans with live power and just chopping that up, or
No, it's low power.
No,
I know you're not going to
shenanigans.
How on earth?
Shenanigans are happening. He could just be
So,
completely screwing
do
with
you
us
remember
right
when
now.
I said these were like black magic machines where you press button and print shows up? No, this is actual
Have you
black magic.
actually figured out the way to get free energy? Because that induction coil looked a little bit bigger than 150 watts.
Yeah, no, it's considerably less. Yeah.
I guess because you're heating up such a small thermal mass, it's not that big of a deal.
No, I mean it's
It's
like 2-3 grams of steel we're heating up. So
Is it really only 2 or 3 grams of steel?
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's only 2 or...
Like,
So
I knew
we're
it was
talking
a thin
sub-
tube steel, but
Wait, so Albert 24/7 could get one of these and send it to the literal moon because it has such a lightweight movement mass.
it's still got a motor and gears though.
Yeah.
It's still the most hot ends weigh 40 grams.
Yeah, that's true.
There's CPAP. I was waiting for
CPAP.
that.
So, chat, if you can hear this, tell us, because we can't hear
Yeah,
what
we
you're
actually
hearing.
have no idea if you can hear it. Winslow Joy $9.99 for the travel fund. Thank you very much. Steel Fractal with the DKK 50 saying, if I bought a 1.8 CHT and drill it out to 3 millimeter, it will will Olaf put his stamp of approval on it and sign the box before it gets shipped?
No.
No, because then it's not a CHT. That's just a blow-through nozzle. It won't do anything.
It's a running joke with that guy.
Oh, okay. I'm like, none of this makes sense to me. I'm confused. I need an adult.
Okay, I'm trying to find who said it earlier. Somebody did ask, does it use standard V6 nozzles? But because of you saying it's only 3 or 4 grams.
Yeah, 2 or 3 grams.
It is not standard V6 nozzles.
I mean,
no.
Even if we could make that work, the functionality would suffer. Because we wouldn't have that low thermal mass and the quick.
A V6 nozzle weighs more than 4 grams.
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yusuf with the $50 saying
You've got
Moroccan
to stop
dollars.
sending us money. This is like the 4th time now.
it is about $5 US for reference.
Keep sending us money. This is not.
He
past
said,
your
you
limit."
gave me a valid reason to convince my wife I'm going to decrease my power usage. There's a marketing thing. Decrease your power usage, increase your tool heads. BONDTECH INDX.
To be fair, most hot ends are like 100 watts now.
Yeah.
Like most,
Yeah.
P2C heats 100 watts.
The Cheaty Plus 4 is 80.
That's still really high.
So you're, good Lord have mercy.
Actually,
Good
no. Here's
Lord.
the real question. When you said less than regular hot ends, were you classing that as the 100 watt hot ends or the regular like cartridge 30 to 50 watts?
Yeah, 30 to 50 watts regular. Yeah.
It just gets better and better.
This, you're, what?
It gets better and better.
How? How is it less?
I actually can't do this anymore.
You're magicians. I refuse to accept anything other than you all are magicians.
Yeah. We have some magicians here for sure.
Oh God. Oh God.
I actually can't. This is. I knew it was good. I didn't expect it to be this good.
Oh,
There it is.
well, I think someone just bought the Surströmming. Did I get that even remotely close?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
That was good.
With the. Wait a minute. That's Swedish. Who is in Sweden that's making us do this? Panzer Cotton said a Surströmming fund for Grant and Nero. So yeah. Jacob Dwaddle? Dodal? Sure. Jacob, not this Jacob, different Jacob. For the $2 says, please get this to market soon. The answer is always soon TM, but
Yep.
probably November-ish soon TM.
Hopefully November-ish.
Yeah. Look, this is unlike anything that anybody has ever seen from a commercial manufacturer in the history of 3D printing.
Really? Wow.
There's
Oh, no,
only
I'm happy to say that.
I looked. I can only find 3 other instances where I've ever seen a hot end being inductively heated, and one of them was a YouTuber.
Technically, we don't have a hot end. We have a nozzle, right?
Oh my gosh! Oh well, technically we have a nozzle, not a hot end.
I do warn
If
you,
it all gets hot.
the moment this goes to market, whatever you're calling your tool heads and your nozzles is going to immediately disappear to whatever the internet decides to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
yeah. I'm sorry. If I burn myself on it, it's a hot end.
Yeah.
So it's a hot end. So I have a T-shirt that says "Hot ends are hot" because I did accidentally touch a hot end during a stream once. Can we get one that says "Indexes aren't always"? We gotta have Jack come up with a good name for this, a good joke of how an index is not always hot, and we'll see if I can actually burn myself on one. You know,
Yeah.
we'll have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, we can try.
We have some other guests coming in. You want to hang out for a bit, or do you want to jump out? I don't know.
Yeah, I can jump out. I can give my shirt to someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Any last words then while you're here? Obviously, you can jump back in later. Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no saying no. Like, you can just show up.
It's great to be here, and obviously this is our new studio we're filming from.
It's a very nice
It's a
studio.
premiere, I think. The
Yeah.
first time we create content in here.
It
No, the
looks
first
amazing.
time was the one that Jacob put in his background.
Oh yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Guys, this is an incredible thing that we never thought would happen. So please do check out Bontech. We've linked to their YouTube channel. Go subscribe to them. And we will, if one of the mods can throw the link to Bontech in the chat, I'll pin that in the chat message as well. So you have to go check out what Bontech is doing because
It's impressive. It's just straight up impressive.
y'all were doing some stuff for a little bit, just making nozzles and, you know, extra parts, and then all of a sudden you drop this and our minds, boom, absolutely
Mic
boom.
drop.
Pretty much.
Do not drop microphones. Yeah, do not ever drop microphones. That's bad for the microphones.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
heard that
for
here
sure.
first. Yusuf said, for ABS and ASA printing, how much time does it take to heat up, and will it withstand chamber temp of 60°C? I can answer the first question.
Yeah, I mean, as for heating up, a bit longer for higher nozzle temperatures. Not that much. I mean, going from 220 to 245. For chamber temperatures, we haven't rated it yet, so that's some of the work we're gonna do during July, and probably sometime during August, September, we'll have a bit more details to share.
Brilliant.
And like, to be clear, we've been watching them run all day. You guys can count for yourself. It's printing. This is EPLA from Ad North
Yeah,
right now, and they're
To be honest, it's
yeah,
really nice material.
It's made in Sweden, so this is locally produced, which is super cool. Literally, just watch the heat up, and you can it's printing right in front of you. We're not hiding it; it's right here. The only reason we're gonna hide it is when we fight over who gets it in their luggage. Just saying. Just saying. So there you go. Yusuf Winslow joined with the $4.99 saying, toss another 5 in to get the question asked. Any plans for a Prusa XL index solution?
No comment. No comment.
I would say that's more technically complicated than you think.
Yeah, probably not the next note. Yeah.
Steel Fractal said, Olaf, have Grant and Nero try Salt La Crids.
Yeah, we should set that up.
Did I even get that remotely close?
Yeah,
What is
that was
it?
good.
What is it?
It's very, very salty licorice.
Great.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love licorice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I say, if there's any particular, my father loves licorice, so I would like to bring him some. So if you have any good recommendations for licorice, Andy says, all right. Andy's behind the camera right now. And Andy, you're going to abuse me tomorrow, Andy. I'm excited for this. Jacob said, will software be able to have different nozzle sizes? Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of a question for the developers.
That's
but
fair.
I guess, I mean, if this takes off and actually offers the opportunity, I mean, I don't see it not happening.
Heartforge Solutions.
That was right.
Heartforge Solutions with the $10 said, will the SV08 get a mod for the index? We've already confirmed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already been confirmed. And we will likely be doing more official podcasts about this at a later date. So stay tuned for that. Get subscribed and all those right things.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was very, very last minute, so I am still kind of overwhelmed. I am not on my A game right now, but this is truly an incredible thing to see.
It is massively overwhelming having it just right here, and the engineers that make it possible.
Yeah, I would like to point out they're all giggling as we are making guesses as to what it all is. And the problem is they're always giggling, so we're not certain if the giggle is good or the giggle is bad. I think they've all created an internal thing that whenever the content creators make a statement, just giggle, we're gonna throw them off their game. And unfortunately, it's working, and I'm upset with this. All right, we want to bring Andy. You want to come in?
Yeah, let's swap out.
All right,
Brilliant.
Well,
Olaf,
thank you.
sir. This has been
Thank you.
truly an
Absolute
incredible
pleasure.
experience to see this machine running, and like you guys can see, it takes 4 seconds, if that, to heat up. Okay, like I was gonna make a bad
Honestly,
joke about making
it's
that joke.
super impressive.
No, I was gonna make a bad joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. Andy,
Hello.
Welcome. You're gonna
Thank you very
abuse
much.
you're gonna abuse us tomorrow to raise money for charity.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Jake.
Nice seeing you again.
How
It's
you
okay,
doing?
we only met like a couple minutes ago.
Yeah,
Let's
It's
go.
fine.
Of course.
Yeah.
Camera magic.
Yeah. Segment 9 says huge thanks to Bontech. Yes, if this is 100% because of Bontech. They brought us out at the last minute to make all of this happen for you guys, so that you guys get an unprecedented look at the index. We're doing live streams. I guess we're doing another one tomorrow. Sure, not a podcast, but we're doing another live stream tomorrow where we abuse Grant for money for charity. We're gonna try the Seuss strumming thing live.
Are you really gonna do that?
Absolutely.
Seriously, me.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Seriously. Seriously.
I'll be behind the camera.
You're really
Just
gonna
say
risk that?
Absolutely. What's the worst that happens? I get sick?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not gonna last for like 2 minutes.
That's fine.
You're gonna be sick for a very long time.
That's okay. If we can raise money,
Okay.
if we can
Yeah,
raise money for a
yeah.
good cause,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now we must do that outside.
Yeah.
So I'm
because
not
you're
certain-
not doing it anywhere near our location.
Yeah, yeah. I was. Everyone has said you will not do this here at the factory. I'm like, okay, all right, it's fine.
I'm legitimately scared
I mean,
by now.
I
I'm
mean,
between you two talking about this.
I have tried it. I have tried system. Yeah. On hard bread, onions, potatoes, and a lot of salt. It's very tasty.
I like all of those things.
Yeah.
That
but
sounds
you're not
like
gonna
there's a
like
but,
sushi. There is a big but, and that's the pickled herring. It's fermented herring, not pickled. Fermented herring. So we'll see.
Look, if
Maybe
we can,
maybe he'll try it. Maybe he won't.
if we can raise money for a good cause, we can raise money. I'm gonna set a relatively high bar. They're gonna have to
Yeah.
donate a lot of money to a
Yeah,
charity.
yeah.
But if we can raise money for a charity to do it,
Yeah.
I've done dumber things. Okay,
Yeah,
like it's no.
same here.
I've shaved my head for charity. It's no big
Who
deal.
hasn't?
He hasn't.
I haven't.
He not only has he.
Look how long my hair is.
Hang on. I got an idea. The look on his
no,
face.
no.
Jacob's mother. Jacob's mother had a much worse face than he did. You did not.
No, I didn't see
The
that.
look. The
I'm
look
sorry.
from her was 1,000-yard.
I'm sorry. I was only kidding.
For reference for
Or was
everyone
I?
watching, I've grown my hair out for 6 years now, and it is about 31 inches long. I've been growing
Is that
it.
man inches or real inches?
Oh no, really? This is not pushing the measurement stick further in.
Okay.
Well, on the other topic about trying stuff, I have set up a surprise for you tomorrow, as you know.
Yes.
As I don't know if you mentioned.
No,
it
we have
earlier.
not.
You're gonna try some Swedish candy tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna set that up. I think we're gonna film that, right?
Oh, we're absolutely
Oh,
gonna go.
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna
You're
film
the one
that.
that's going to punish us.
I'm gonna punish them. How severe depends how this goes.
How what goes? This talk
No,
right now?
I'm kidding.
Because I can end this right now. I got the button. We'll end it. We're out of
You
here.
don't have any SLS questions, right?
I can ask lots of
I
SLS
can.
questions.
Well, one of them that came up earlier was what chamber temperature can it survive? And I think-
this
Yeah.
this is printed in nylon 12 glass fill, so it can withstand the temperature of 113 Celsius before it starts to be effective. So you got a guaranteed temperature of 113 Celsius.
Now, is that 113 ambient or 113 with the heat coming off of a motor?
Ambient.
Oh, okay, that's actually
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's nylon. It loves heat.
Yeah.
But the motor can
It's
get
nylon
hotter.
It's
12
time for
glass
you to
fill.
graduate from resin and move into the big boy stuff.
I do. So this is one of the things we were discussing earlier. We got completely sidetracked.
Yeah.
No.
You and I got hooked on
Oh man!
SLS.
So
yeah.
for everyone watching,
They were talking for like 2 hours, all about SLS and why. To be clear, I told him to do this over a year ago, and he did nothing. Andy comes
you
along
looked a
and
bit
talks.
hurt when I was like, he came
I
along
was
and I'm immediately
personally
stopped.
offended by
I
it.
know.
Andy comes along, and you're swooning over SLS now because
Yeah.
he's got a nice
the fact,
setup.
The fact was that I was sitting at the testing station testing extruders that we're about to ship out.
Uh-huh.
And he asked just a random question about, I'm thinking about getting maybe an SLS. And I told him that, that's what I mainly do, run the SLS farm.
It
And
was
that,
over
and
from
it just snowballed from
Yep.
there.
It was over.
2
from
hours
there.
later, I had to take a bathroom break.
And so you run the army of Formlabs Fuse 1
I
pluses
do.
that are
I
downstairs.
do. Yes, I do.
First off, that is so clean in there. You guys have done a phenomenal job cleaning up that room because I know how dirty SLS can get.
The fact is that we've had several different Formlab rep service techs over here in the last. Well, here at this facility, we only had 2, but from the previous ones, I think were 2 or 3 different, and they all say the same thing. It never looks like this. Usually, it's powder everywhere. It's messy. It's
Yep.
So I I really appreciate that.
It does kind of look like a show.
I'm very proud of how I managed to keep that.
You should be.
Yeah, I keep it clean. I keep because then I know that if I keep it clean, I keep it serviced, I keep it maintained properly. I know the machines are gonna run. I know they're gonna perform.
To be clear, guys, SLS is a powder, so that's selective laser sintering is what it stands for. It lays down a layer of powder, uses a laser, freaking lasers, to melt layers of this nylon powder, and it melts it just enough to stick to the layer below it, covers it up with another layer of powder, lather, rinses, and repeats. The thing is, it's powder. The powder sticks to everything, gets atomized in the air, and ends up making everything in anywhere that has a powder-based printer look like Tony Montana decided to run his operation out of their facility. I didn't know if you would get the Scarface
That's
joke.
actually true.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is absolutely true. And when you're doing SLS, it uses the white powder. It's even worse because it really looks like some of the Colombian booger sugar, if you will.
Yeah.
And it is an actual problem for people that don't know it because they actually think that it's drugs.
Wait, really?
Really. Ask me how I've been raided by the feds.
How did you get rated?
Because they thought we were 3D printing in things we don't talk about on YouTube.
Jeez.
That just makes me want to see if you can do it now.
It was
Like,
actually.
can you actually 3D print it with cocaine?
You're not supposed to say the word.
Oh, you're supposed to warn me that in advance. We've never talked about
Just.
I thought you were just beating around the bush because it's funny.
No, it's fine. So the CJP, the full color sandstone, uses a white gypsum powder, and we had two major issues. One, it is identical density to human bone. So the real reason they came in is because they thought we were shipping human remains through the Postal Service. We were sending.
That's already funny enough on its own.
But we were sending pieces to the Smithsonian, and they were human skulls. It was for a Smithsonian. It was for an entire thing the Smithsonian did for the history of man. Okay, it was 95 sets of skulls. They went out to libraries all over the United States. And so if little Johnny was holding this skull and dropped it, it was only a couple $100. It's not a, once in a lifetime artifact. So when they came in with a no-knock warrant, might I add, rip open the door. What are you doing here? Like, what is that white powder? We need to test that. I'm like, who are you? Do you have a warrant? They had a warrant. They were not very happy with me asking that question. But everything was fine by the end of it. We were shaking hands, and I did not get metal bracelets that day.
That's always a nice thing.
Yes.
That's always a nice thing.
Yeah. It was certainly an experience, to say the least. And SLS, the Form Labs uses a slightly gray powder, right?
Yeah.
And you guys they do dyeing and bead blasting. They do so much post-processing here to make the parts look like they're injection mold. You guys do such a good job cleaning up those parts.
As close to injection molding as you can get. Yeah.
Not many people would guess.
We don't vapor on the products at all. No.
To be fair, I would avoid vapor.
Yeah.
If any of you have had like an acetone blur in your lungs,
it's nothing you. No.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
And the machines to do it are a little pricey. Kyle Davis asked us a question. What will be the max temperature of the nozzles? Everyone's using the quotes over nozzles now. Do we have a number for max temp on these yet?
I can't tell you that. I'm sorry.
Technically, the answer is the melting point of steel. Technically, that's the answer.
Do we know what type of steel it is?
Technically, I don't.
I'm sorry.
But can I show you something?
Yes.
Something really cool?
Yeah.
Sure.
We had one of our staff here print a panda.
Okay.
With their, I don't know, should I name the printer?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, don't. I would not name a competitor printer, but I think it would be very obvious when we say it is. It is a panda that was printed.
Yeah, it's a panda that was printed. We printed the same panda. Oh, can you see me? Yeah.
Yeah. You're in camera.
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold that.
This is the panda we printed with the index.
You want to
Just-
get the waist? There you go.
Yeah.
This waist weighs more than one of your hot ends. It weighs
Yeah.
more than 4 grams, but it's not much. This
This
little
is a really
tiny
nice
piece.
print.
That is,
Like,
yeah.
that is
Sure is.
clean.
This might be 10 or 15 grams, maybe.
You know what I've actually just realised as well? Just complete side tangent. The white doesn't have any bleeding in it.
Wow, a side tangent. Who would have ever guessed on this show?
Oh, no, I don't care anymore.
And of
Like,
course, it doesn't have bleeding. It's 2 separate bleeding nozzles.
Jacob,
that's
can
the
I ask
whole
you to
point.
hold this one?
But yeah, there you go. Look how nice that is. That's like a gorgeous print.
And what do pandas love,
We
everybody?
printed the exact same on a
On a thing that
Chinese
pandas love.
multicolor printer.
It's what pandas love.
What pandas love?
What pandas love. That's right.
Want to see how much we lost?
Oh god, there's a mess on the table now. How much
That's
weight?
how much.
Here, let's go ahead and move the multi-material
Yeah.
soft TPU with hard plastic on it out of the way. That was done on the index. That's the waste that you have on a machine that
Did you just show the purge tower on its own? Like, that's the purge tower from competitor machine.
yeah, this is you. This is the guy she tells you not to worry about. Even though this is smaller, this is better.
The purge
It's not about
tower.
the size, it's about how you use it.
The purge tower alone
Says who?
is so much thinner.
Look, man, we're working with what we got over here, okay? Yeah, the purge oh, the purge tower is lighter.
Yeah.
The purge tower is lighter.
Yeah, like the purge tower alone.
Because this is not a purge tower.
No.
This is a prime tower. This is the thing that Prussia's very specific about.
Got that.
Yeah, they're very specific on the XL to not call this a purge block because it's not. You're not purging, you're priming and getting the pressure on the nozzle correct so that you're not starting with potentially a cavity of air inside of your
I
nozzle.
didn't actually know that.
Yeah, and that's why you see little bubbles, and that's why these normally look like crap, because they're supposed to.
Exactly.
It makes it so your print doesn't look like crap.
Exactly.
That's actually really impressive.
Yeah, get science.
I didn't know that. I just always call it purge. But the thing that's
Can
really
I
interesting,
clean your desk now?
I mean, it's your
Well-
desk.
other than that being like so much bigger,
Oh, this
you've
is gonna
also
sound
got all
horrible.
of that. Like, bloody hell.
Yusuf
Sorry
says
for the
Grant will
noise.
have multiple nozzles tomorrow. Look, man, as long as they don't check my luggage when we walk out of this building, we're cool. If they check my luggage, I just have to make sure that I can run faster than whoever's checking the bags. That's the only 2 things I got to worry about around here. Hyperdrive Design with $10 says, when do we find out who the testers will be, and what will the max nozzle temp be? Soon, TM.
Soon, yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't even sent out the papers yet for you to
No,
sign up, so
no.
there's no way to know.
This is such a nice part.
We are still working on that.
Like, have you seen this?
No, actually, I haven't. What is it?
TPU and not TPU.
Oh,
Don't mess with it too much. I'm not certain how good the inner layer bonding is between whatever material that is and TPU.
that
But-
is clean.
Yeah, the red is hard and the
Isn't
black is soft.
That is really clean.
That
No,
is
that's
really
too
cool.
easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yusuf
Bloody
says
hell.
for $5 for Mad 50 says give him hell. We are. Winging it NB said welcome basic Discord. Thank you very much. Or basic support. I'm having a day. There's a lot of chat messages. We're working on it. Hyperdrive Design for $5 says, can you tell us what materials it will print? Can you tell us what materials it will print? What materials could you viably print on this machine?
Well, you can print PLA, that's for sure.
Damn it, he knew where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Can it print Ultem?
You'll have to wait and see.
In theory it should. It's whether or not, but quite frankly, I promise you this can print Ultem. What I can't promise you is if the electronics will survive that temperature. That's the problem.
Yeah, printing it well and printing are 2 very different
It can
things.
hit the temperatures.
I think it can hit.
I know it can hit it. It's a matter of can the chamber be at that temperature and the electronics be happy about it.
Well,
Like, just from a design standpoint, that is the limitation. It's the electronics that run everything, I would assume. Damn it! Stop being too good at this!
I know how when we said earlier,
Loose lips sink ships, and I'm looking for benchies that can't float, okay?
I like how we said earlier we'd look at people's poker face, but we didn't actually expect you to have a good poker
Yeah, I
face.
didn't expect a good.
I don't have a poker face.
You don't have a poker face. Well, then what is
He
this?
said as giving the world's best poker face.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at this. A bearded printer with the $10 saying, "This is
Oh.
awesome. Thank you so much." Dev Miner with the $5 says, "On a Chinese multicolor printer because that narrows it down so much."
I'm sorry.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. €5. Excuse me. I just got yelled at for euros. That's fair. I even know where Dev Miner lives, and I still said dollars. You know,
How are you enjoying Sweden so far?
It's beautiful.
I gotta ask a few questions for these guys.
Honestly, it's beautiful. We had probably the most convoluted trip down.
Yeah.
With a train getting like stuck on the rails,
Yeah.
and
It
getting
was
a bus
awesome.
replacement service, a second train, then a car ride up. And the only thing that really stuck out the most was how beautiful the landscape is.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Like it honestly is.
so it is for the Americans 56 degrees Fahrenheit. My phone is only showing me Fahrenheit
Okay, I'll
because I'm
get
still an
Celsius.
American, apparently. It's like 14 Celsius here.
Yeah.
The humidity is something like 25%, 40%. It is low humidity. The temperature is great. The sun is out. There's a light breeze as we're outside. I ate ice cream while walking back from lunch in the sun. The only thing I needed was Victoria and a hammock, and that's the perfect damn day right there. Like, honestly, it was as a Floridian it was 32 Celsius back home today at 90% ambient humidity.
Oh.
This is perfect. But yes,
When I hear that kind of humidity, the first thing I think about is my printers, the SLS printers.
Oh, yeah, no,
they
they
would
hate
have
it.
died. They would have died instantly.
our full color sandstone, we would pull out about 10 to 15 gallons of water a day to keep it low enough for the machines to operate. Because that's gypsum powder. It will literally start to turn into mush.
Yeah,
It will turn into mush. And it's $90 a kilo
yeah.
because 3D systems.
Yippee.
Thanks to AC, I can keep them machines running at a max 28%.
The max
Yeah.
with just air conditioning
Never
for
goes
me,
up, never goes above. Yeah.
that's 45 with air conditioning on it.
At the lowest, I think I've been down to 19% humidity, but that's been
That's getting close to
absolute-
static. Yeah. Hyperdrive Design asks if this will be at Rocky Mountain. I don't believe so.
I don't know. I don't
Look,
I mean,
if-
anything can happen.
I'm
I don't
going to
know.
Rocky Mountain
Yeah. When is that? Next
next week.
Yeah, next week.
I doubt that. I doubt that. Yeah, I see where you're getting at. I see where you're getting at.
You said it fits in luggage.
Yeah, it does.
I've got room.
We'll see. You never know. I'm not the one to ask, but yeah.
I mean, it's low enough wattage you can actually have it on carry-on. Have it working.
To be
Don't
honest,
print on planes.
to be honest, I gotta get going.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll see you two guys in the morning.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
I will prepare my stomach.
Yeah. You know, eat a lot of what do you call it from candlelight? The melting stuff.
Oh, wax?
Yeah, wax. Coat your mouth.
Oh, no,
Oh.
the chat wants me to eat spaghetti with red sauce.
How is that a challenge?
Well, no, because
No,
it's
no.
what's in the stomach
Yeah,
before
they-
you get the
Oh.
stomach.
They want me to vomit the weirdest crap on screen.
Okay. Yeah, that would be graphic.
Yeah, see, that's...
Thank you. Bye bye.
No, thank you so much.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. Who do we have joining us? Who do we have?
Guess who?
Hello.
I can read name tags. Nerman?
Nerman?
Yeah, but in the USA I'm called Normie.
Oh,
Norman.
Yeah, that's
Normie, perfect.
what they called me last year when I was in Los Angeles.
Which one would you prefer? Nerman or Norman?
Either one.
Nerman it is.
It's in Sweden we say like a dear child has many names, so
how is it technically pronounced?
Narmi.
Natterman?
Nerman?
Yeah.
I might be able to do that.
I will try to do that.
Yeah. See, you know, this is the thing that I've noticed with everybody outside of the United States. If you get their names wrong, they just don't care.
Yep.
If you mess up someone's name in the United States, they get mad. Like, my last name is Posner, but a lot of people pronounce it Posner. I'm like, I don't care. It does not Look, you can call me whatever you want as long as I'm not late for dinner. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, we can put it into perspective. What's my mum's name?
Therese.
Hey, Mum, come in.
What's
Oh yeah, by the way, Mum was behind the camera. This is her first time live on, like...
By the way, a special Mother's Day episode coming on Sunday. How does your name actually pronounced?
Therese.
Therese? All right. Everyone called you Therese. That's how I've been pronouncing it.
I answered also. So it's French, but it's Therese. I'm gonna leave it to it.
So, Nerman, can you tell the folks at home what you do here at Bontech?
Product development and testing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm the first one that gets my hands on stuff and destroy them. At least try to destroy them.
Does that explain the wrap on your hand?
Nope.
No. Oh, wow.
That's another one.
Oh.
You have to see the other guy, is what I'm told.
Yeah. We missed. Now I had an operation. Put something here on my finger, so they
Happens to the best of us, man.
had to remove it.
Oh, at least your healthcare is affordable.
Yeah, it is.
Like, an operation. How much debt is he in? Oh, wait, that's right. We're not in the U.S.
I was looking at the receipt when I was going there and to pay and stuff, and I was looking 400 SEK.
Wait,
That-
400 SEK.
400
I
SEK,
don't
that
know- I
is
don't
40
know-
US dollars.
Yeah, about 40 US dollars.
Yeah.
And it was 2 or 3 hours total, like with.
Oh,
the
so it's
prepare-
not even slow.
No.
Oh.
So they, it's with shots, with the nurses, everything like it.
Yeah, my single day out-of-pocket maximum for my health insurance is $1,250, and for the entire year is $12,500. And I have very expensive health insurance.
I think it would legitimately be cheap for you to fly overseas. To
Give
get
it, given what these tickets cost, you are correct. It would be cheaper for me to fly overseas and get it done here, and then I get to be in this country.
We're glad to pay the tax that we are paying.
I'm
so-
happy to. I pay enough in taxes. So, Nerman, did you have any working on the index?
Some.
Some. Where? Can you tell us?
Are you allowed to?
I can tell you actually that I was the first one that set the card on fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the magic smoke from hell.
I am well aware of the magic smoke.
Yeah.
I have burned up an octopus board recently, but it did not release the magic smoke, and I'm upset.
I've been, we all have been since the beginning of the index, and I mounted the index on Cobra,
Okay.
and the Cubic Cobra,
Yep.
and I accidentally didn't put the sock right, so it started to smoke. So not this one facility, but the old one, it got filled with smoke quite fast.
So everyone's saying I'm in good company right now because this was only like 2 weeks ago that I smoked. I swear, every time I bring out my boron, I break something. Something goes like horribly wrong. I need to get Steve Builds down to the shop to just bless it for me. And once we get the blessing of Steve, then maybe it will be more effective. Bro shorted WLED 5-volt to data. That is what I accidentally did, and it blew the whole dang board.
Costly mistake.
So
Yeah.
this one,
Like a
and,
$40 mistake.
But we really need to destroy things to make them better. So
See,
it
we-
was kind of good thing that I did it at an early stage of development. So now we have learned, we have made it better, and
You have
more
to make it
safer.
Florida man proof, so you have to, you have to make it better because at some point I'm getting one, and we're like, okay, all right, how dumb is he? What did he break this time? Okay, he shorted this. All right, how do we make it so he can't short it? Someone figure this out. I feel like you all just watch all of our failures, say, all right, how do we make sure the YouTubers don't screw this up? Because if they don't screw it up, their audience won't screw it up.
That is true.
I'm sometimes I'm kidding with Martin. I said, thank you for hiring me to destroy your stuff. And I said, yeah, we have to make it foolproof. So we need to make it foolproof.
Could
So
we,
that's why I got the job.
could we say then that I'm hired? That I may be hired for breaking stuff? Because that's kind of what I do.
You're good at it.
it's fun.
But yeah, so you work in the design and testing. This mustn't have been the only thing you've done over your years. What is like the cool stuff you do? Because design is like my forte. I love design. I also love breaking things. And you've just said so many things on that, and I'm just really interested to pick.
We literally have 2 product developers for manufacturers. I'm a product developer for regular like inventors and things like that.
Let's say I started studying here in Ranamo campus for 3D printing technician, and my second internship I did it at Bontech, and I was the lucky guy to test these ones.
So you tested those nozzles.
You were the CHT tester.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And when they gave it to me, I was just looking at it and is it supposed to be 3 filaments in here? And Martin was looking at me and no, well, what am I supposed to do with this one? Screw it on, print, test, extrude. So like I was sitting from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock and just extruding, pushing, extruding. So yeah,
I've always wanted.
That's my like favorite thing that I've done here at BONDTECH INDX. That what I did with it, it's cool, but I will never forget the first thing. That's the CHT nozzles.
I've always wanted to get a CHT without the nozzle tip on it and just flow as much carbon fiber filament as I can through it and see how long it takes for it to fail. I've always wondered this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's what it's made out of depends obviously quite a bit, but
actually, I do have on my boron V0 that's in my office. I still have the first batch of CHT nozzles that we made.
wow.
Oh wow.
That's like 4 years ago, I think. 3 years ago, something.
Yeah.
And I still have the first batch of nozzles on the printer. I've been printing ABS, PLA, PETG.
Yeah, non-abrasives, it should last pretty much forever.
Yeah.
You might get some wear, but it won't matter. It's long enough that if it wears even a little bit, who cares? It's just...
You will still gain some.
Yeah, you'll still get the benefit from it. And we did just get confirmation, if you're going to Form Next in November, you'll see it there. So, or whenever Form Next is. I think it's in November.
I think it's in November. It's like,
I think it's
because it was supposed to be a week before when Smurf was originally slated for, which was the end of November. So it must be like, well, like the 16th-ish?
We can Google this. We have the internet.
Google it.
Yeah, we have the
it's
internet.
Formnext. They have a webpage.
Frank Arts actually got a great question. It was the thing at the bottom, so I'm reading it. Said, I am not sure if this was asked, how far lengthwise can the spools be from the tool head? So how far can the spools be away from
that one?
Yeah, how far can they be?
We haven't tested it. But
Okay.
It could be a nice thing to test. Yeah.
I would guess they're running a full reverse Bowden, so as long as there's not a ton of friction in the tube, it shouldn't matter. It's Bontech, for God's sakes. These friggin' extruders can probably pull the whole damn printer up, right? I would assume it's more than the distance that you need, but that is a fun YouTube video.
How long can your spool
How
be
long
before-
can we... If any other content creator steals that, we thought of it first right here live at Bontech. Damn it. I'm going to talk... We will do this. We will see what the
We
longest
need to
Bowden
clone the like LTT putting like fiber optic cables just down and around their entire building into the next building over.
Sir, I have a fair bit of land next to me. We can run a very... It's getting that much PTFE tubing. That will be the problem. But that is...
you even need the tubing?
You do need the tubing.
Why would you?
Because it needs to act as the reverse Bowden. The tubing adds friction. Tubing adds friction. That's part of the problem.
Okay.
It's technically a self-lubricating plastic PTFE, but it doesn't.
Yep.
Not for really long lengths. So, Form Next is November 18th through the 21st, 2025. So there you go. We got those. That's a really, really good question. And yeah, guys, this is a Voron B0 with 4 effing tool heads on it. Those of you that run print farms, those of you that run legitimate print farms, hell, the Etsy people too, most of your prints fit on this, and you know most of your prints fit on this, but most of you haven't gone down this route because it's a pain in the butt. V0's kind of tough to build. Sobel has the Sobel Zero now.
Yeah.
And if the Sobel Zero could get an index like the SV08 will, that is a legitimate move for print farms that need multi-material or that want to just have 4 of the same damn color and not have to change their spools. It just does it for them. There's like you can fit 10 of these on a standard shelf versus 4 Prusa XLs. That's the only other tool changer that's reasonably reliable. And if you're talking, and if you're like, well, I have the company that this likes to eat. That's not a tool changer. You're not a tool changer. You're not a tool changer.
I think we're being raided,
Yeah.
but in a different
Are we having a
way.
physical raid?
I think time's up, so we're gonna have to push your hour.
Yeah.
Turn it off, kill everything. Turn it off, let's switch the switch.
It doesn't.
What are we doing?
Oh, well, are we just
I
bringing
think we're
in?
just being straight up.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
warm in here. Yeah, very warm. Yeah, it is. It is.
Squeeze in here.
So,
Oh yeah.
no, it's
we need more
sucking in
air.
there. Yeah.
More air.
Here. Let's bring the camera up a little bit because some of the people are tall.
You could have just raised the desk though.
I could, but I also just have a camera that's fully controllable, and we can do those things. So, you know, we got the entire weird crew of weird people that decided, let's just go and see this really cool machine. This guy's already seen it in person, okay?
He was gushing, like you could like this is like he saw his kid. Like he was just like when he came in here, he was like, "Oh my
Wait,
god,
this isn't my child.
Oh, dude.
This is my child.
yeah." Oh, you should.
If it
see
wasn't
him.
your child,
He
why
was like a
can't you
giddy
fit in your bag?
schoolgirl.
Oh yeah. Why do you think I'm sitting? I can't be standing right now. I can't be standing right now. It's not that kind of a stream.
Oh, we are totally not going to have these production values on my stream tomorrow. Oh, look, you got an on-screen logo. Yeah, that ain't happening tomorrow.
Okay, all right. To be fair, it's just an overlay.
You
Right?
have overlays.
It
I didn't bring
goes
any.
away.
That's a step too far.
I asked our editor to upload the overlay to Google Drive, which it apparently already was, so I could download it and add it right before we went on live stream. So
Yeah, we got nothing. We're
Yeah.
YOLOing it tomorrow.
well,
I am smaller than my garage makes me look. I'm 5'9". If
Oh,
if
you
you're
look
wondering.
very short standing next to
Well,
me.
I'm sitting down.
Actually, to be fair, Adam
I mean,
is
you are
like.
tall. There you go.
so do you wish you were a little bit taller? Do you wish you were a baller? Do you wish you had a girl who looked good you would call her? Do you wish you had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala?
Yes.
Okay. That's really the only question we need to know.
I just wanted to see how far you would go before
Oh, the whole
you
damn
forgot
thing.
the
Yeah.
No, the whole thing. I can do the whole thing.
This is what I have to put up with on the regular now.
I know you signed up for it.
I did
You-
not actually. That's the funny thing.
Oh God.
I just keep showing up. I can't
Yeah.
stop myself.
Oh geez, he must be paying you a boatload then.
A benchy load, if you will.
Ah.
Oh, I got the look from Amber. That was a great joke then. I got the look of that was a bad joke. That means it was a phenomenal joke. Hyperdrive designed with the $2 says, gotta go. See you guys at Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, we're all gonna be there next week.
Are you gonna be at Rocky
I
Mountain?
am not going to
Aw.
get back to the point.
It-
All right,
it's
so
funny.
the Brits aren't gonna be there, but the North Americans are all
It's
gonna
funny.
be
A bunch
there.
of people were here today that were like, "Oh hey, hi. We're all gonna see you in like a week." So okay.
Yeah. Yeah. E3D peeps were here. Prusa peeps were here. Who else was here?
E3D,
Color Fab.
Color Fab, some local people that the
A
local
lot of
people.
suppliers, Swedish
Yeah,
suppliers.
Swedish
and
suppliers.
contracts and all that kind of stuff.
Tech Jeeper said never again. We got someone saying CeeLo. Yeah, some people get it. Someone knows that. Someone knows the reference.
I bet you didn't expect this coming on to be
No,
raided by the
yeah,
other.
it's okay. It's okay.
Look, between all of us, we have like a quarter million
thinking
subscribers.
shouldn't we mention our hero that saved our trusty Rusty? The big stick?
Oh,
Wait,
I didn't do much. I didn't do
Tell
that
the story. Tell the story.
Tell the story.
No, we're gonna save it for my stream tomorrow.
All right, I'm saying it right now.
Excellent.
No,
that's fair.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
tease
We'll
for
have-
tomorrow. Martin, the owner of the founder of Bontech, has a what do you guys call it? Crusty Rusty?
Rusty.
They he has an ancient machine that was built in like 2000.
It's literally
14.
rusty.
It's ancient, and we got it working today, and it printed a bench.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a bench.
Yeah, they got it running.
We'll show you it on screen tomorrow.
oh my God,
that's amazing.
Yeah, using G code from 2015. So
Using ABS-G code with PLA.
yeah, and it's a bit melty, and we didn't even change the water on it.
No.
You know that we had one of the original people behind the bench here today.
I know. It's talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
him earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like
He was standing there watching it while you were printing it.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that's like, I mean that's a move, right? That's a move. We did have Dev Miner yelled at me to scroll up. Give us the Orange Storm Giga 800 millimeter gantry. How many tool heads could we fit on an Orange Storm Giga that has an 800 millimeter x-axis?
Divided by 35 millimeters. Right?
How many did we fit on the 2.4? It was 9, maybe 10.
It's incalculable.
Well, it's 800 divided by
Infinite. People are pulling out their phones. Can chat get it before
22.
22?
That is a lot of tool
So you
heads.
can put
but
and the
issue
best part is
like we had an issue today when we were choosing what prints to print, and we were looking at Maker World printables, and it was like four colors.
yeah, there's not a lot of prints that are more
Don't
than
we
4 or 5
have
colors.
anything that we just can borrow that has like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors? But no, well, we
I
had to
think
design.
Benji has like a pre-divided 16 color.
Yeah, you paid it. I will say,
This is
so,
okay.
if you're like a dedicated Qforge person, like if you do Qforges for people,
That's gonna be
having a
nuts.
custom machine that's just racked out with like 20 index tool heads with all the colors of the rainbow for doing Qforges would
Yeah,
probably be pretty.
a big
It's a
in-
22-bit color. Pretty
yeah, pretty much.
Wait, if you put 32, you could actually get 32-bit
could
color
get
with
32-bit
32
color.
tools.
And you want to know the funny part? With an Orange Storm, it's 22 across. It also moves in the Z.
So you could have 20.
Now you wouldn't have a lot of Z printing
When
room,
do you-
but you theoretically could stack a bunch at the
I
top,
was gonna say, when
a
do you
couple rows, and you would just go up, grab, come down.
when do you run out of CAN bus lanes?
How many?
Canvas doesn't
No,
have
you do
lanes.
USB. Or no,
Wait,
you
it doesn't
don't-
matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your name is, Jabroni. It doesn't. Oh, because there's no electrical connections. You won't run out of CAN bus.
It's just one
This is
canvas.
one.
How do they measure the temperature? With science.
With science.
Okay, let's just check. What's 1 times 22?
1 times 22 is 22. Okay.
The only thing is,
Oh my
to
gosh.
seriously think about with doing a large machine, if you're doing a large dedicated machine, they do have larger nozzles, and they are higher flow hot ends, but they're not like 1 millimeter, 70 millimeters cubed a second.
Right.
Like if you had an Orange Storm Giga, you're gonna take a long time to fill that volume. So there are some downsides to going stupidly large with this system.
Yeah,
but YOLO.
Yeah, like by the looks
And
of
you've
it,
got that
they
600
look like they're like
millimeter printer that
25 mil
you
long with CHT. So I'm expecting like
I haven't
CHT
dedicated
Volcano
350
speeds,
ready for this.
which is still bloody good. Like CHT Volcano is pretty much up there at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But these are so.
I call them
If it
higher
wasn't
flow.
if it wasn't made clear before, this is not compatible with any current Bontech nozzles.
Yes.
So don't just go out and buy a bunch of CHTs. They're not going to work with this.
Yeah.
Right?
We are in Bontech headquarters.
I mean,
Go
technically,
ahead and
these
buy
are
a bunch of CHTs, just not for this.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, these are technically Bontech nozzles. Just
But you can't
not
buy
the-
these
yeah,
yet.
Not these. Yeah.
Because if we could buy these, I'd be emptying my wallet onto the table right now.
But you didn't go to the bin downstairs and just grab a handful?
But they didn't.
Did you
I
miss
didn't
that
see.
bit?
And
Wait,
you
was
missed
that
an
an
option? I didn't see these
We
in
were
the bin.
giving them
Were
away.
there some of these in the bin?
You're giving
No,
them
just
away?
regular nozzles.
They give them
I'm
away.
just kidding.
They're giving away the nozzle.
I'm just kidding.
They're trash.
Doesn't matter to me.
I do want
Look,
one.
you're
If you
trash,
actually
my
do want
treasure.
one.
Useless.
Also, I have no idea what went on the
Oh,
screen
is this
today,
5
so
colors?
We might
5 colors.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There's
Yeah.
the frog.
That's a frog. Do you want to
And
show off?
a snake. That's 5 colors.
Yeah.
Oh, the little tongue is oh, it's so adorable.
So the only thing to keep in mind though is because the system mounts onto existing printers, it's a hot end, right? So looking at like print quality, machine capabilities is going to depend more on the machine you put it
Yeah.
on than this system itself.
That's right.
So
That's right.
Which is one of the big problems I foresee them having.
yeah, I feel sorry for the support.
Yeah.
You mean the product developers?
Yeah.
That have
Product designer and tester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put this on my ANET A8 and
And it caught fire.
What do you mean you put it on your ANET and it caught fire? That's what they're supposed to do.
it's just extra heating. It's a chamber
Expect-
heater.
Don't
results
they caught on
achieved.
fire just by looking at them?
It's true.
It is crazy hot in here.
It is. The,
Yeah,
the amount
it
of
is.
lights
Are you
we have
ending
in here.
soon?
Huh?
Are you ending soon or are you still going?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. I am.
It is toasty in here.
It's really
Plus, I don't want
hot. We need to
tomorrow's stream.
get an AC
I have no
in
idea
here.
what's going on, so we'll probably end up recovering a bunch of stuff tomorrow.
Jimmy says don't empty your wallet when you don't use cash in Sweden.
No. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. I need to go.
Oh,
Oh, you need to go.
I need
Yeah,
to go.
Oh.
working on the rolls. Don't worry about it.
Tomorrow at like 9 a.m.
It is really hot in here. We
Wait,
have-
is it one of
we have
those?
studio lights on, and it's really warm in here.
Yeah.
It is. It's really warm. Guys, I need to scoop. I've been up since like 6
Early.
early.
Cameron, this
yeah,
has been
preparing some stuff.
truly tremendous being able to see the machine run and get to meet all of you guys that make this kind of thing possible.
Thank you. You're welcome, and we are really, really happy to have you here, guys.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, as I told you before, I'm watching you almost every day. If it's not on YouTube, then it's on Spotify. But yeah,
We
don't-
feel sorry
don't-
for your
don't-
ears. I'm sorry for
Don't
for-
scare me when I'm
Yeah,
sleeping.
we will do our best not to yell anymore.
I'm just kidding.
We got told that he was listening to the podcast as he was trying to go to sleep, and then I yelled, and it scared him, and it was a whole thing.
I do warn you, if you watch this one back, we've peaked a couple
Yeah,
of
I
times.
a
heard,
couple
I
of
heard
times.
it outside. so it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Absolute
much.
pleasure,
nice
my
to
friend.
meet you. Welcome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
You. Thank you.
Brilliant. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, not many people will recognize you. Do you want to introduce yourself to the camera and what do you do?
I'm Martin. I'm the founder and CEO of BONDTECH.
Honestly, it's kind of weird you sitting here. Like, it's a very prestigious person, and then it's just me.
Exactly.
This is the reason ultimately that the index is here, that high flow nozzles are a thing. This is, Martin, you have truly changed the game in 3D printing. Your high flow nozzles changed the game back when they first came out. The index is changing the game. I can't imagine what is in the back of your head for what the next few years down the line for the next big thing after index.
You forgot one of the most important things. It was the dual drive system.
That's fair.
Yeah. So that
That's-
was the first product that we started with back in 2015. So
Can you tell the folks at home why you started Bontech?
actually, I've been working with production, product development for many years before, and I really love technology, and the possibility to go from 3D CAD to a physical part is amazing. So when I've been using 3D printing professionally in my previous employment, but when the FDM printers arise, when they were reachable as private persons, of course I bought the machine. And I tried to rebuild that because it was working really badly. But after I rebuilt that, then I decided to build another machine. So during that journey, I had a lot of issues feeding filament, creating, everything about the bad fading of filaments.
I remember those
Explosion
dark days before Bontech. Tell you that much.
So there I tried to find a better solution, and after a lot of prototypes and failures, I really found a good system that worked flawlessly, more or less. That was the reason why I started Bontech, and I understood that there were many more people than me that had these issues. So, okay, why not try to do something good out of it? So that's the background, more or less.
That's fantastic.
It is what you have built here is nothing short of tremendous, and
Thank you.
it is something that it is not common when I talk with people about what they do that they constantly mention their team. There are only 2 other people that I've talked to in a professional setting, and all they ever do is talk about their team. You now make number 3.
Okay. Good to be in that team.
The other 2,
Yeah.
Sanjay and Joseph Prusha.
Yeah.
And that's a good group to be in,
It's a good group to be in.
right? Every single time we've spoken with you, you talk about how important the team is.
It is.
You have built a hell of a team that really cares. And you guys are pushing some of the most amazing products. Jacob and I, if we felt comfortable throwing ourselves out of our chairs when we first saw this, it would have happened. But both of us have chairs that we don't want to break, and both of us are really falling apart at the seams as humans.
Yes, pretty much.
But this machine, expectations way more than we could have ever imagined.
In a good way.
Yes, in a good way. It's so impressive, and just with how humble everyone has been here, it has led us to the question of, did you actually expect it to be as popular as it turned out to be?
It's always hard to judge when we release new products. Of course, we believed in it. We think this must really be the most effective way of doing it. But to get that verification from the market, it's fantastic, because it's still guesses from our side, and we are all nerds here, so we have a bit clouded field of view, more or less, to say, but it's fantastic reception, so amazing.
Well, if anything from the chat has been just massive positivity. Like every time they've been asking questions, the people before you have been giving answers. They've been loving it, and to be honest, so have I. I've been kind of sat here just awestruck with just the level of genius, the humility, just the sheer amount of care, and just it is honestly super impressive.
Okay, thank you.
And hell, the new factory also looks amazing. Like, there will be a video coming out of that, so stay subscribed. But it is really impressive.
Yeah, this is a from the ground up build, a dream workshop. Everything is set up perfectly. The organization is absolutely beautiful in here. Everything is done right. It's done right, and you guys are constantly pushing the edge of expectations and raising the bar. Now everybody else has to play catch up. Because once this becomes mainstream, it's like, well, if you're instead of people saying, oh, it's a 600 millimeter a second, no, 2-second heat up time. It's going to be, oh, ours heats up in 1.8 seconds. And you'd be like, well, we originated this. Ours is best. The original, the Bontech.
Yep.
Oh, it's amazing. It honestly is.
And it works. It's not a prototype. Sorry.
You're good. Nah, you're good. Like, I'm struggling to process how just amazing this entire situation is.
It is amazing to come out and see this, and thank you for making this happen for us. We know you have to get back out to people, so we don't want to take too much of your time here, but Martin, this has been an amazing experience. Thank you for spending all this time with us, talking to us about all of this and how you guys do it. Your phone keeps ringing, so I'm guessing that means you need to go.
Yeah, I need to go.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
You definitely need to go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Absolute pleasure.
See you later.
Have fun. Oh, let's get that chair out of there. Like, to put in perspective how nice Martin is, when we were, like, stranded at the train station because we missed the train, like, the train, like, were just badly laid out, we missed the train. Martin came to collect us himself and drive us to our hotel. Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
The hospitality here has been tremendous. The technology has been tremendous, and like Jacob said, the humility here is, you don't find it very often, and they're so humble about something that is industry level changing. We have never seen something like this on a commercial machine. And while they're not selling pre-built machines with Index, Yet? Question mark?
That's not stopping integrators from integrating it themselves into their own machines.
Yeah, Jacob.
I'm not saying anything, but I am salivating at the idea of getting my hands on this. Oh, it's here.
The print house...
I had this behind me. I had this as the big, like, I pressed the funny button. It's in front of me. I can touch it.
We can caress it gently.
It's small enough to fit in my backpack. It's here. And it is gorgeous. It's everything I thought it would be and more.
Yeah,
and then
it is.
Meeting the people behind the company has kind of solidified everything.
Yeah.
And I'm a people person. I trust people more than I trust products. The people sold me. The products double down. Like, they are some of the nicest people with they're so smart. The product is great. The story is amazing. The videoing that we're doing will prove it. Like, you'll see the videos and you'll go, oh yeah, they can.
We set up a very sketchy camera setup to capture them checking surface flatness of the inside of a nozzle. And to give you an idea, it's measured in fractions of a micron.
Yep. Literal nanometers.
Yeah. Less. Is it a...
Well, 1 micron is 1,000 nanometers. So 0.1 is 100 nanometers. So we're talking like really... 50 nanometer level of...
Well, I wasn't going to tell them how much, but you just ruined it. 0.05 microns.
And that's one after being tested multiple times?
Yeah.
So that's probably not even the right number.
No, we could see the scratch from the tool in the copper. I mean, guys, the engineering here is absolutely tremendous. And the level of... leeway they're giving us. We put a camera inside of a printer, inside of a 5-axis mill.
No, that was not a 5-axis. Each tool is an axis.
And I know the brother is a 5-axis. The Trunnion's a 5-axis.
I don't think it was.
It's a 5-axis.
Is it 5-axis?
It's 5-axis Trunnion.
Oh,
it's 5-axis Trunnion.
Class each tool as an axis.
No.
I've always classed each tool as an axis.
No. So it has a tool changer that's like 32 tools.
Yeah.
But it's a 5-axis machine. Yeah. We'll talk later as to why that is. It's a whole thing. And like Luke has Swiss machines. They have Swiss machines too. They're by Citizen, the watch company. Some of them are considered axes because they have power. If they go into a chuck and they spin, that is not considered.
I thought it was just anything that could spin in its own holder was classed as an axis.
If that holder is also powered. If it goes into the main holder, that is not considered an axis. The only way it's considered an axis is if, in addition to it being in a holder, that holder also spins. That makes sense.
No, that makes sense. Then yeah, it is a 5-axis. Either way, we put a surprisingly expensive camera in a really dodgy position. There was a non-zero chance it would either get crushed, chopped, slashed, or just destroyed to get the shots.
And it got the shots.
And it was worth it. Like, we had a little, like, remote viewing, and it looked gorgeous.
It was so worth it we did it twice.
Yep.
Jacob Faxon's asking, is it compatible with abrasive filaments? They are made of steel, so there's no reason it couldn't be hardened.
I don't know which type of steel.
Yeah, we're not... They are not... There are certain things that they're not releasing, and we're trying. We're trying so hard.
Yep.
But you can see their poker faces are so good, you might think they're Lady Gaga.
That was awful.
You're welcome.
That was actually awful.
I have to say bad jokes. It's it is part of my job title. But look, it is 9 o'clock. People have been here, 9 p.m. here in Sweden. People have been here all day. I guess we're apparently streaming tomorrow.
Yep.
It might be a Patreon-only thing. I don't know. We will see. If we're raising money, it will be public. If it's not, then it won't be. DevMiner said, is a hardened steel extruder gear actually needed for abrasives? Yes, it is. And DevMiner, remind me when I get back to the States, I will send you a picture of my Panda machine that burned through its extruder gear after way too many kilos of carbon fiber.
To be fair, most extruder gears, if they're made of steel, will be hardened.
And yes,
just
Petty,
the brass ones aren't. So don't do it with like the end of the Wii style of extruder with the brass nubbin. It doesn't last long.
No, it doesn't. And Bontech has been making dual dual gear, direct drive. Literally, that print is like 9 years old behind us. And if they've been printing this for 9 years, you know they've been manufacturing it for at least that long. These gears changed 3D printing back in the day and gave us something other than what most Ender 3s have, old school Ender 3s, which is just a hub
bearing and a bearing.
And yeah. And it's not good. A direct drive.
I mean, name a single extruder you think of now that doesn't base their improvements on from Bontech.
Crucian extruder. It is not a dual
Actually,
gear.
yeah, that is not a dual gear. That's the only one.
That's the only one.
That's just because it's massively different.
They went a different route. They used a really big gear, so their torque is high. And that's the thing you have to do if you don't do a dual gear. And the big thing, I'm going to grab this. The hobbing. This was the big thing back in the day, was getting gears that were hobbing. We had gears that had teeth. The problem with the teeth is they grip the filament so tight it would often damage it. The hobbing, the filament fits in, so you're grabbing it equally from all sides rather than just point loading the filament. This was an innovation.
It was a real issue. Like, if you would just flat hob gear and a soft material, like, that's half the reason TPU just didn't work on those extruders, because they made it just a rectangle of filament instead of a sphere.
I'm an OG in this. I've been around for a very long time in this industry. I remember when Bontech first released these gears, and it was truly industry. Every single printer that I built from that day on had Bontech or a company that used Bontech gears, right? So it is tremendous, guys. We do have to wrap up. It is getting late. The sun is finally setting.
It is late. It is hot, and the sun is now down.
It is very warm in here. But stay tuned for more content coming at you. We'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. We have the Wi-Fi password now, so we can stream way more often.
If anyone does have any questions, now is the time to put them in the chat after this video.
Put them in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
We'll go through them.
And then we can actually go through them, and if we're doing more filming, we can probably ask and film it.
Yep.
So, no promises, but now is the time to put that in the comments.
Absolutely. Guys, this has been a very unique first in-person together for the first time. For Jacob and
I have to put up with this. Every time, like, he does this in regular conversation where he would just like burst out into song or lyric, and I'm just there like, what am I?
All right, so what they don't know is this has been an inflatable the entire time. So I'm just gonna deflate my stomach. We're gonna put this under my shirt, and we're gonna run away. Okay?
You're just gonna Jason Momoa yourself in the arms.
And
that goes under.
Exactly. But look, guys, there's so much more happening here. We have an entire day tomorrow where we're doing a lot more filming. If you are anywhere near, I'm gonna get it wrong, Varnamo. I know I'm getting it wrong. In Sweden, come by, check us out tomorrow. We have some cat pins with us. Come get some cat pins, and come see this thing in person. It's absolutely incredible machine. It still doesn't feel real that we're here to see it.
This trip was organized so quickly, it hasn't set in, even though we are here.
It is a tremendous thing. We are incredibly grateful to Bontech for having us out to show all this. Thank you all for hanging out with us. This has been our look at the index. I'm going to give them a nice, good final zoom on this bad unit here. This thing is absolutely incredible. This Voron V0 with 4 freaking tool heads. Y'all, stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. We will have a special Mother's Day episode coming out for you on Sunday. Hold on, it takes a while to zoom out. It takes a while to zoom out. Amber, what do we say?
Don't forget to call your loved ones.
We just said that. What else do we say?
Keep making awesome.
That's right.
There we go.
As always.
I'm sorry from the beginning. Sorry. Got excited.
And as always, keep making awesome. Everywhere around the world. We'll see you all later. Take care.
Stay safe. Ciao, ciao.